Hi, I'm Helena Irene Mikaelsson from Imperia, and you are now watching Live Prog by Malzahn.
A number of years back, when I just had started writing reviews, I received a copy of the album The Ancient Dance of Kitesh. When I heard the music, well, I was really stunned because this music was really beautiful, and especially the vocalist was she was beautiful in appearance, but also her vocal abilities really amazed me. Now, this singer was Helena Irene Mikaelsson, and the band was Imperia. And now we have album number 3. This is the one. Okay, you can see it closer. Yeah, beautiful cover. And again, a very beautiful album. After having listened to the album for a long time, I can say that the third Imperia album, Secret Passion, is probably the most accessible album of the 3. It still is, it's a bit of a metal album, but it has many other influences, and the general sound is a lot softer. There's still amazing guitars, there's some heavy songs on it, but there are also beautiful ballads, and there are more pop influences on this album. So I gotta say, I was really happy with this one, and the artwork is very beautiful. Now, the track you heard was the title track of the album, Secret Passion. As I said, it's a very versatile album, and especially on this album, I think Helena Mikaelsson really shows what an amazing singer she is, because she uses so many different aspects of her voice, and less opera vocals, which were more evident on previous albums, but still they are there, and a lot of great stuff. So, it gives you a really good example of how she can sing in a little bit of a twisted sound, but a very good one. This track is called Fragile.
Oh, so fragile within, so fragile within. What was before is everything now. In our young, we don't was killing flesh and blood. What was before?
Well, I think you can already hear that she has a very versatile voice. She does a lot of things with it, and she doesn't release an album every year. She takes her time to make sure that she's happy with the album she wrote. And her words is that she's very satisfied with this album. It's a beautiful album with a lot to discover, and even it has the metal label, but even for non-metal heads, this album is definitely very interesting to listen to, because it has a lot of melody to offer, really beautiful music. Maybe it's also because Oliver Phillips had a bit of a hand in it. He did some work on the album. Oliver Phillips we of course know from Everon, a well-known progressive rock band. But of course recently he's more involved in his studio work, the Space Labs studio, and he did a lot of work on the vocals, but also played some piano, played some other instruments, and he even sang a duet with Helena Mikaelsson on the album. So very interesting and a very good contribution of the album. Now, Helena Mikaelsson was kind enough to provide some more insights on the album, so let's listen to her then.
The album was recorded in Belgium, Germany, Finland, and in Norway, so all around Europe, but it all turned out fine, I think. Like, the vocals were recorded on the upper floor of my house, which is the 3rd floor, and we made one room as a vocal booth, another room as a studio for Oliver Phillips. The vocals were most of done just before recording the vocals. And that is because I really get inspiration when I kind of pressure, I guess. But it's already made, like, kind of in my head, what the lyrics will be about, but I formulate them just before recording the vocals. Oh, it's so nice with kids. Oliver Phillips did the duet with me on Sleeping Angel. He also did some guitar solos. So actually he helped a lot on our CD. He also recorded my vocals, and as normal, a couple of pens got broken because I'm kind of very much my own producer. Which can make a producer kind of pissed. But yeah. We got very good friends again on the song Mistress though. Hehe, no, joking.
Okay, well, I mentioned the all different kinds of sounds and also the ballads, and there's a really beautiful ballad that I didn't want to leave out on this review. This one is called Let Down.
Into the dark, I seek into the light. I want, but I can't find myself hiding away from the real world. Scared I am while the forest hides me. She wanders.
Let Down is definitely one of the highlights of the album for me. It is a really touching song and I really love to listen to it. And well, you have heard so far a couple of songs, so you can get an impression how versatile, how diverse this album is. Now, I'm gonna show you a little bit more. There we go. And of course, when you take this one out, you get some more beautiful artwork. And if I, well, of course, you've seen already some pictures of Miss Michelson. And well, in the pictures you can see she's a really sexy woman who uses her, well, her looks, but also her voice. So she's not just some eye candy, but she is an amazing singer. Now, Jan Irland on guitars, and he is also responsible for the really beautiful, beautiful artwork on the album, which is really fits the atmosphere. Then we have Mr. Gerry Verstreken. Now, an interesting part, Helena Michelson is from Norway, Jan Irland is from Finland, and Mr. Gerry Verstreken is from Belgium. He incidentally also plays in another band, a Belgian band, Beyond the Labyrinth, which you will also see on liveprog.com very soon. And then we have from Germany on drums, Mr. Steve Walls. So, a very international band, which of course Helena already said, but despite the fact that they live in different countries, the album sounds as a whole, as if it was done by a band, because well, these days many musicians live across, far away from each other, so it's very difficult, you know, to all come to the studio and record an album there. So, well, despite that problem, I think the album sounds very close as a unit, as a real band, and well, the good thing is they can back up their music live as well. So let's move on to a bit more music. Now, I played you a ballad, and one of the songs on the album is definitely, I think, the most interesting song. At least that's my opinion of it. It's a very dark song, dark lyrics, and very dark theme, suicide, but musically and especially vocally, definitely best examples of how good Imperia and especially of course Helena Michelson is. So listen to Suicide.
All the pictures in my head makes me fall in the dark tunnel, like
as I said, it's a really dark song, and well, you've heard it, but if you listen well, you can hear what she can do with her voice. And well, that for me is why I love this band so much. They make beautiful music, they make really solid songs, it's a really solid album, but the vocals of Helena Michelson are amazing. What she does, you know, well, she surprises me every time. And despite the fact that this is the most accessible album, sometimes even borderline pop music, makes it a very nice album to start with. If you're interested in this, start with this one and then go back to the catalog, to the other albums as well. You'll love them. Now, I mentioned the dark lyrics on Suicide. If you listen to the album and you listen to the lyrics, they're all written by Helena Michelson, and a lot of lyrics are really deep, really personal. Well, I hope not from own experience, but well, you never know. But because if you take a song like Violence, which kind of, if I read the lyrics correct, I think they are about domestic violence, and there are really touching lyrics on the album. So that's something I've known from her, from all the albums. The lyrics are very personal, and well, that makes it a special experience to listen to the music. Now, Helena has some more to say about the album.
Yeah, it's the album I'm the most satisfied with that we ever done. And it became, of course, even more personally since the vocals was recorded in my own house, and that I could sing when I had the mood. Let's say if I had a mood in the middle of the night, I could sing. My favorite songs are My Sleeping Angel and Let Down and Violence. Every song has like its own story for me, but I must say this is, I think this is my favorite song.
You know it, how she feels about the album and about the stories on it. Let's move on to a little bit of a lighter, more positive subject, because after the song Suicide comes another song, which is this time not written by Helena, but it's a really beautiful song and she sings it well. A very positive song, Hold On.
I can tell you what to do, but after all, I will be right behind you to catch you if you fall. Hold on, hold on. Life is a gift, don't you dare throw it
Okay, I've tried to give you an, well, as good as possible an impression of Secret Passion by Imperia. Now, there's a lot to listen on this album. There's a lot of different vocals, different types of songs, and still a very coherent, solid album. The lyrics are touching, moving, dark, sometimes very positive. And one thing I've also noticed by Helena Michelson is that her little daughter, Angel, is a real inspiration to her, and she often includes a song about her on the album. In fact, on the Queen of Light album, the little baby girl even contributed unknowingly to the album. But on Secret Passion, the final song is dedicated to her. This is a duet with Oliver Phillips, and this one is called My Sleeping Angel. I hope you enjoyed Imperia. I hope you liked the album so much you want to buy it. I love it. I am really happy to have it. I'm happy to have all the albums of her, because I think she is one of the best singers, female singers around. So definitely keep an eye on this band. And well, thank you for watching. See you at another review. And for now, enjoy My Sleeping Angel.
So if I only could, I'd freeze this moment as it is, and I'd make it yours so you could live in there in endless bliss, where life would never find you with the trouble and the pain, your secret place.
my little